What's going on, guys? We're back with the prediction show with FDT-TV. I'm Mike, and here we are talking about all things Arsenal, looking at the upcoming fixture against Crystal Palace. The new season's upon us, finally. We've had a bit of a break, and I'll say a bit of a break because we've got the upcoming World Cup in a few months now over in Qatar. What can I say about Arsenal so far? We've had a fantastic pre-season. Great additions to the squad, including Gabriel Jesus and Alexander Zinchenko. Obviously, a few other names to be added, but I think they're the ones that are going to have the immediate impact within the team. Gabriel Jesus, 9 goals in pre-season, absolutely blistering form, and is showing so far that he has been the missing part to the striker piece that we have needed. Certainly last season, I think a few more goals and we could have potentially got into that top 4 position, but obviously it is what it is. We're playing European football. Jesus and Zinchenko obviously previously worked with Mikel Arteta in the past, and I think they're going to fit really well. One thing I do want to say is how much I admire Jesus already for what he has already come out and said about his time within Arsenal so far, is that he wants to come in, he wants to be a part of the big picture, doesn't want to be the superstar, and I think that's really creditable. Obviously, we have had previous names such as Aubameyang, Lacazette, I think are looking for that coveted title of being the greatest Arsenal player, and obviously things haven't worked out because they're no longer with us. But yeah, I like what I see from him so far. I still think potentially we're a couple more signings away from being an absolute unit of a team, but obviously there's still time in the transfer window to go, with a few names being banded about. So some of the recent success that we've had, obviously Emirates Cup winners, going to win the league, mate. The first time since 2017. A good, comfortable 6-0 win over Sevilla within that competition. Gabriel getting a hat-trick within that, Saka getting on the score sheet. We are looking really, really incredible at the moment. I don't think I've been excited for the start of the season for a long while. So as I mentioned, this is my predictions for the upcoming fixture going against Crystal Palace. We're away for the first game of the season. Our head-to-head in all competitions against Crystal Palace are 29 wins, 16 draws and 6 losses. The last 6 coming in the Premier League, 4 draws, 1 win and 1 loss. Doesn't make for good reading, but hopefully, obviously, with the signings that we've made and from what we've seen of pre-season, we can carry that into the start of the season and have a better start to the season than we did last year. And let's be honest, it couldn't get any worse. So looking at the squad, Ramsdale obviously just been made the number 1, which is fantastic news. Bernd Leno has just recently departed to Fulham. All the best to him. What a professional for the club. You can't say too many negatives about him. I mean, there was a bit of a period where he was really uncomfortable with playing with his feet, and out from the back cost us a few goals, but what a shot stopper. So all the best to him. But Ramsdale has secured the number 1. My squad that I'm going for has been pretty much the squad the last few games, with a few rotations, obviously due to injuries and stuff like that. But I think this is the team that we can see going into the start of the season. So we've got Ben White, Zinchenko, Saliba and Gabriel at the back. Obviously with the Zinchenko and possibly Ben White, if he does play at right back, playing and overlapping with the midfield, kind of overloading that area and providing some crosses into the box. Into the midfield, I've got Thomas and Xhaka. A bit of speculation about Thomas Partey, whether he's going to be part of the squad due to recent events, but obviously we can't say too much because nothing's been made official. But that's one of the areas where we may need to recruit if something happens to him through injury or from all the speculation. Martin Erdegaard in at the number 8 position, attacking midfield. Obviously just been recently made captain of the team, and I think has been brilliant since he's come, obviously, from the start of his loan spell. Apparently, he's really popular within the dressing room, is that leader that we have been crying out for. There's obviously other leaders within the team as well, which I think would definitely make their voices heard over the next coming weeks. But in terms of a squad selection for captain, I think it's been a brilliant appointment. And looking up top, we've got Xhaka, Jesus and Martinelli. Saka and Martinelli, I think, obviously going to play on the wings as they have done, but you will probably see some of that fluidity between the three of them, covering each positions. If we got someone dropping in or going into the box, then you may look to see or fill those other positions. I think from what we've seen from pre-season already has been absolutely spot on, something that we've been crying out for a good number of years, where we just haven't had those options. So it's going to be an interesting watch. And obviously Nketiah signing his new contract as well with the club with the number 14 shirt. There's a lot of pressure on him. I do think that Jesus is going to be playing the majority of the games, but obviously with up to 5 subs this year, we could see Nketiah getting a lot more game time, possibly looking at playing 2 up front, or utilising Jesus out in the wings if we need cover for the likes of Saka and Martinelli. Obviously, as I mentioned, there's still time within the transfer windows, potentially some more incomings and outgoings, but that's the squad I'm going to go for. As I mentioned, recent results against Palace has left a lot to be desired. They have become a bit of a bogey team for us over the last couple of years. But again, from what I've seen in pre-season, we are looking really strong and up for it, which does make a change. I do see it being a good battle between us, but I think for the result which I'm going for, as I've mentioned in our predictions in the podcast, if you want to go check that out, the other videos are available. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Arsenal. Start off in a very comfortable way and get the 3 points on the board. We've got some relatively straightforward games. I say straightforward games. On paper, we've got some straightforward games coming up. But knowing us, this will be the time that we crumble. And no, actually, I'm going to take that back. I'm going to be a lot more positive about this. I'm going to go that we're going to start quite strongly. I'm actually going to put us in the top 4, maybe pushing top 3 this year. I think Liverpool and City are still going to have too much with the teams that they've got. But I would like to see us up there challenging for at least top 3. Expectations for the season, I would like us, as I said, to get at least within the top 4 and possibly a domestic trophy. Obviously, there are teams that have strengthened around us, notably Tottenham. They could be giving us a good run for our money this year and potentially might win something with some of the signings that they've made. However, I think if we can get a decent cup run together in the domestic trophies, Europa League is very much ours for the winning. Obviously, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket, but that could be a potential route back into the Champions League this year. But it's good to be back playing in Europe, even though it is Thursdays and Sundays. But yeah, we march on. Looking forward to seeing what the season holds for us. That is my prediction for this upcoming fixture, Crystal Palace versus Arsenal on Friday at 8 o'clock. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. We do come out with weekly content. So we've got the weekly podcast where we get together, myself and Ian, on a Monday and basically recap the week's events in football. Then we do also have our predictions videos on a weekly basis for the Premier League fixtures and other exciting content to come this year. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. I've been Mike. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Cheers. Hi guys, thanks for watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe. See you next time.